Welcome to the deep dive. We're all trying to get better, right? Especially with health and fitness, but wow, there's just so much information out there.
Totally. It's easy to feel swamped. Which diet? Which workout?
Exactly. So today we're simplifying things. We're diving into something that sounds basic but is really powerful, using a good old-fashioned journal notebook for fitness tracking.
Right. Sounds almost retro, doesn't it? But the benefits, they really go deep. We've
Okay.
been looking into how companies like Lestallion approach this, with journals designed specifically for fitness.
Yeah, and their specific features are interesting because they seem really tuned into helping people actually stick with it.
That's the key, isn't it? Sticking with it.
So our mission today is to unpack how using a fitness journal, especially a well-designed one like Lestallion's, can genuinely help you hit your goals, stay fired up, and even boost your mental game.
Okay, so where do we start? The foundation. Why track it all?
Good question. Let's start right there. Why is tracking so fundamental?
Well, as Lestallion stuff points out, you kind of need that record for continuous improvement.
Yeah.
It's simple logic, really. How do you know if you're getting better if you don't track where you started?
Right. Makes sense.
A journal becomes this central place. Log your workouts, weights, reps, how it felt. Track your food, your sleep, even your mood. It's all connected.
Seeing it all together.
Yeah, the whole picture. That gives you real insights.
And it's more than just data entry, isn't it? Actually writing it down, it makes the goals feel more solid. And
Yeah.
seeing the progress, that's huge for feeling like you're actually getting somewhere.
Oh, definitely. That sense of accomplishment. Looking back and seeing, wow, I lifted that much, or I ran that far. Lestallion hits on this, how the log helps you visualize the results.
Yeah.
And talking about Lestallion, they focus on the journal itself being high quality. Good paper, smooth, durable, numbered pages, a table of contents built in.
Seems like small details, maybe.
Maybe at first glance, yeah. But they make it easier to actually do the detailed tracking long term. It feels less like scribbling notes and more like building a real record.
Okay, so it helps you see progress. But what about the roadblocks? We all hit them. Life gets busy, energy dips, distractions.
And that initial motivation,
Yeah.
it can fade, especially if results aren't instant.
So how does journaling help push through that?
Well, the Lestallion perspective is that tracking helps you chop those big goals down
Yeah.
into smaller chunks, manageable steps.
Okay.
So every time you log a workout or track your meals for the day, that's a small win. You can actually see it written down.
And celebrating those small wins, that keeps you going.
Exactly. It's positive reinforcement, builds momentum.
Like creating a feedback loop for yourself.
Yep.
Each entry proves you're still in the game.
Right. And as Lestallion highlights, having that dedicated space for everything, workouts, food, feelings, it's a constant reminder of your commitment, your progress, even on off days.
Yeah, I remember a buddy of mine, Alex, he was always starting and stopping with fitness routines, just couldn't find consistency.
Common story.
Then he started using a simple physical journal, nothing fancy. But he said the act of physically writing things down, it made his goals feel more concrete, more real.
I get that.
And seeing the pages fill up over weeks, that became its own source of motivation. He didn't want to break the chain.
That's a great illustration. That tangible record really does make a difference. Lestallion talks about that, how it transforms your approach. It's different from just numbers on an app sometimes.
Fosters self-awareness, they say. Strengthens commitment.
And their journals seem built for that. Structured pages, right? Places for workouts, meals, mood, energy, a whole picture.
Holistic view, yeah.
It's that mix of a quality notebook and thoughtful prompts or structure that encourages you to actually reflect, not just record.
Plus the physical object itself. Soft cover, maybe numbered pages for organization. It feels like a tool you actually want to use.
Definitely. Let's dig into those specific Lestallion features a bit more. Why do they matter? Take numbered pages.
Okay. This seems basic.
Yeah, but think about it. Instant organization. Need to find that killer leg workout from 3 weeks ago. Easy. No endless scrolling.
Okay. I see that. Cuts down frustration.
And the built-in table of contents. That's clever.
How so?
You can create your own index. Mark your personal bests, key milestones, maybe the start of each month. Lets you see the big picture progress really quickly.
Like a quick glance overview of your journey? Nice.
Yeah, and the paper quality. Crucial. You're using this thing daily, maybe tossing it in a gym bag. It needs to hold up. No smudging, no tearing easily.
Right. Durability matters.
Mid-room.
And space.
Ample space is key. You're not just checking boxes. You can write detailed notes. Felt strong on the first set, struggled on the last, or reflect on why you skipped a workout. That detail is gold.
And the cover options. Colors. That's about personalization, making it yours.
Exactly. More ownership, more investment in using it.
It solves that problem. I remember my cousin Sarah trying to track stuff. Notes app here, sticky note there, back of an envelope.
Oh yeah, the scattered approach. Seen that many times.
Total chaos. She couldn't see patterns, got discouraged easily. A structured journal like Lestallion's with the numbers, the TOC, it just brings order.
Precisely. It provides the framework needed to see the progress and stay motivated.
So if someone's starting out with a journal like this, what are the top tips? How do they use it effectively?
First thing, like Lestallion suggests,
Okay.
set clear, measurable goals and physically write them down in the journal. Makes them real.
Okay, SMART goals maybe.
SMART goals are perfect for this. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Write them out.
Then track the workouts in detail.
Yeah, don't just write did weights,
Right.
what exercises, how many sets, reps, what weight, how intense did it feel. Use those lined pages.
Got it. Wait a
Or
minute.
track the other stuff too. Nutrition, sleep, water, how you're feeling mentally. Use that space for reflection. What worked, what didn't, why.
That reflection piece seems important.
It really is. That's
Yeah.
where a lot of the learning happens. And be consistent. Try to make it a daily habit, even if it's just a few minutes.
Don't beat yourself up if you miss a day, though.
No, definitely not. Just pick it back up. And use those features, the page numbers, the table of contents, to stay organized. Makes reviewing easier.
And celebrate the wins.
Yes, absolutely. Write down when you hit a small goal, felt extra energetic or stuck to your plan. Acknowledge it. Keeps the motivation high.
Let's circle back to the SMART goals. How does writing them in the journal specifically help with accountability?
What's right there? Staring back at you. Instead of, I want to get stronger, it's increase bench press by 10 pounds in 6 weeks. You've defined it.
Makes it concrete.
Totally. And then you break it down within the journal pages. Week 1 goal, week 2 goal. Tracking your progress against those specific milestones holds you accountable. It's harder to ignore when it's written down.
Okay, so summarizing the what to track list, leveraging Lestallion's design. We've got detailed workout logs.
Yep. Nutrition meals, snacks, water. Use that ample page space.
Sleep hours. Mental state mood before after workouts.
Crucial connection there. And overall progress measurements, how clothes fit, just written notes on how you feel.
The journal becomes the data central.
Exactly. And that back pocket they include. Handy for maybe workout plans, articles, whatever. Extra bits.
Now, beyond the physical, Lestallion mentions mental health benefits. How does fitness journaling play into that?
Well, journaling itself is known to be good for processing thoughts, reducing stress.
Right.
When you combine that with fitness tracking, you get this space to connect the dots. You might write, felt really stressed before my run, felt much calmer after.
Noticing those patterns.
Exactly. Seeing the link between physical activity and your mental state. Writing it down reinforces that connection. It helps you understand how exercise impacts your mood, your stress level.
Promotes mental clarity.
Definitely. That reflective practice can be really powerful for emotional well-being. It's not just about the body. It's about understanding the whole system.
I have another friend, Mark, who went through a rough patch, lots of anxiety. He started running and journaling right after.
Ah, interesting.
He said writing down not just his run stats, but his thoughts and feelings during and after the run was huge for managing his anxiety. It gave him an outlet alongside the physical release.
That makes perfect sense. A combined physical and mental processing tool.
So this consistency we keep mentioning, it builds habits, right? Long-term ones.
That's the idea. As Lestallion emphasizes, the regular act of journaling becomes part of the routine. Workout, then journal. It becomes ingrained.
And seeing the progress logged, celebrating wins in the journal, that reinforces the habit.
Precisely. It fuels the desire to keep going, to keep tracking, to keep improving. And features like the numbered pages and TOC make it easier to see that long-term journey, which supports sticking with the habit.
Okay, one last crucial piece. Diet. Lestallion points out you really need to track nutrition alongside workouts.
Absolutely critical. Fitness isn't just exercise. Nutrition is arguably just as, if not more, important depending on your goals.
So how does the journal help there specifically?
Accountability, mainly. Writing down everything you eat and drink. It makes you much more aware. Harder to ignore that extra snack or missed water goal.
Seeing in black and white.
Yep. And you can correlate it with your workouts. 8x before my workout, felt sluggish. Or had Y meal, felt energized. Lestallion's lined pages and layout give you the space to make those detailed logs and notes.
Provides insights into how food affects performance.
Exactly. It empowers you to make better choices based on your own recorded data.
So wrapping this up, it's clear a dedicated fitness journal, especially one like Lestallion's with those thoughtful features, isn't just a logbook. It's really a powerful tool.
Much more than that. It helps you achieve goals, yeah, but also to be motivated, become more self-aware, and build genuinely lasting habits. It covers both the physical and mental side.
It fosters that accountability and deepens the whole process.
Right. And those features, numbered pages, TOC, good paper, enough spaces, they aren't just bells and whistles. They're practical elements that make the whole process smoother and more effective for someone serious about their journey.
So a final thought for everyone listening. Think about what you might discover. If you really commit to documenting your fitness journey, the workouts, the food, how you feel, what insights about your own strength, your own mind could you unlock? What could you achieve with that dedicated space tracking your progress? Definitely something to consider.